Gipsters, this is the part 2 of the translating and solving equations. It's more just an explanation and then more practice problems similar to what you did last night or last Thursday. So the main thing I want to explain in this video is the importance of the word of, especially when it's by a fraction or a percent. So when you have a fraction followed by when you have a fraction or a percent followed by the word of, it tends to mean multiplication. So for instance, when I read this one, I notice it says 25%. 25% is a percent, and it's followed by the word of. So this would technically mean multiplication. 1/3, that's a fraction, and then it's followed by the word of, means multiplication. 85% of, since it follows a percent, it's multiplication. 2/3 of the people would mean multiplication as well. So if I was trying to convert these into algebraic form, meaning not word form, so just numbers and symbols, I would put 25%, and it says of the shirt. Since I don't know the cost of the shirt, I have to create a variable for it. So I'm going to put H for shirt. All right. So if I was writing the phrase for this, I'd put 0.25H. The 25 hundredths is married to the H with multiplication. So I'd say that that is now the algebraic form. 1/3 the cost of the pants. So 1/3 the cost of the pants. I don't know the cost of the pants, so I'm going to have to put a variable P. All right? $85% of the cherries. Go ahead and put that in. And 2/3 of the people. Go ahead and put that in. Okay, next. 25% of the people have cats is the same as 1/2 of the people that have cats decreased by 5 people. How many people have cats? All right, so let's acknowledge that there are, I think, 2 numbers in there. I see 25% of, and I see 1/2 of. All right, the people. So we already know that 25% is the number. Of the people who have cats is the same as 1/2, which is 1/2. Of the people who have cats decreased. Decreased means to go down, so I know that's going to be a minus by 5 people. How many people have cats? So if I was constructing my algebraic form, I'd put 0.25, and I have to multiply it by something. So it says the people that have cats. Well, do we know the amount of people that do have cats? Nowhere in the place it says how many people have cats. So I'm going to have to put a variable in there. So 25% times C, or 0.25 times cats, people who have cats, is the same. We talked about how this phrase represents equal sign. Is 1/2 of the people, 1/2 of times the people that have cats. There's that phrase again, the people who have cats. So we're going to have to put a variable in there. It's important to put the variable because that distinguishes them as the 0.25 and a half as coefficients and not constants. On the other side it says 1/2 of the people decreased by 5 people. All right, let's go ahead and start solving this. I have to identify which has the larger C. Well, I know this is 0.25 C is equal to, I know that 1/2 is 0.5 because I can divide it in my head. And I realize that the right side is actually bigger because 0.5 is bigger than 0.25, so this is C and this is the number side. All right, so if that is true, that means I need to get rid of anything that's not those. So this is not a number. and this is not a letter. So I have to get rid of those two things. So I have to get rid of this constant, so I add 5. And when I go over here, I don't want to add it to any of the, I don't want to add it to the circled number. I'm going to have to go to the side and probably add 5. Also, I need to subtract 0.25c. Notice how I put the variable. Alright, that cancels that out. This is canceled out, and I'm left with positive 5. I know that 0.5c minus 0.25c is 0.25c. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this by 0.25 to get rid of it, and divide this side by 0.25. So I'm left with c all by himself. And I need to put in my calculator 5 divided by 0.25, which is 20. So that means there is 20 people that have cats. That was Alyssa and Erica trying to take a picture of me. Should I model? So I'm going to continue teaching on this video. 60% of the lions increased by 9 lions is the same as 3/4 of the lions. How many lions are there? 60% of, we get that multiplication, of the lions increased by 9 lions is the same as 3/4 of the lions. I see 3/4 of, so that means multiplication too. Alright, 60%. Well, 60%, or 60 as a decimal, 60 hundredths, times the lions. I don't know how many lions there are, so I'm going to create a variable L. So 0.60 times L increased, I know that increase means to add, by 9 is the same as equals 3/4 of the lions times, we don't know how many lions there are, so that's L. How many lions are there? Alright, so now we have to find out what the L represents. So we have to figure out which one's bigger. I know that this is 0.75 because I can divide it in my calculator. I know that that side's bigger, so this is L on this side and the numbers on this side. So let's get rid of things. This is not a number, and let's see, I think this side is good. This is a letter. So what I'm going to do is just move this one, 0.60L, onto this side. 9 is equal to 0.75 minus 0.60 is 0.15 L. Okay, let's divide. So L is equal to 9 divided by 0.15, which is 60. So there's 60 lions in this problem. Alright? Let's go on to the next one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, good luck.